Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Ajnanatimidandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Śrīmate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paśatya Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shrivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Granthrat Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam ki jai. Hare Krishna. Welcome everyone. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. So Canto 10, chapter 81, entitled The Lord Blesses Sudāma Brahman. So I think we were at text 4 last night. Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam? Okay. So let's just quickly review 1 to 4 and then move ahead. Shri Shukha Uvacha Sa Ittham Dvijamukhyena Saha Sankathayan Hari Sarva Bhuta Manobhijña Smayamana Uvachatam Sa Ittham Dvijamukhyena Saha Sankathayan Hari. So Hari is speaking. So why is he called Hari? Because in this Leela he does two things. Sarvam Amangalam Hare and Prem Diye Hare Mon. He's taking away Amangalam. He's taking away all the poverty of Sudāma. At the same time he's going to steal Sudāma's chip rice. And he's also going to steal the hearts of all the devotees who are meditating on this Leela. So Hari means Harati, he who steals. So Krishna steals our karma, Krishna steals reactions, Krishna steals material possessions which are detrimental to bhajan. And ultimately, apart from stealing clothes and stealing butter and all of these things, stealing the complexion of the rain cloud, Krishna steals our hearts. Prem Diya Hare Mon. He steals the heart. So therefore he is called Harati Iti Hari, he who steals. So in this Leela it is said, Sa Harihi, that same Krishna, Hari, Ittham in this way, with Dvija Mukhyena, with the best among Brahmanas. The purpose of Brahmanical life, Dvijatva, is to always face towards the Lord. That is the purpose. If as a Brahmana we are thinking about what food will I get after the yajna, how much dakshina will this yajman give me, if this is the thought process. Just today, you're reading one beautiful purport of Srila Prabhupada in the 6th canto of Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. What's the reference? What? 6th canto, 7th chapter. We were reading a beautiful purport of Srila Prabhupada. 6, 7, 36? Yeah. Canto 6, chapter 7, text 36. Where Srila Prabhupada has given amazing guidelines for Brahmanically inclined devotees. He says how Brahmanas should not live very opulent lives. He says Brahmanas should live in self-implicated poverty. They should live in austerity. Even if donations are given, Prabhupada writes in the purport, the Brahmana should not keep it for himself but give it in charity for the service of Krishna. Very important. So if the Brahmana is thinking that if I do this yajna, if I have two options, I can do this yajna or I can do this yajna. But if I do this yajna, this person is living in an apartment, so he will only give me smaller dakshina. But if I go here, this is for Graha Pravesh, this is a big home, so he will give more charity. If this calculation is there for a Brahmana, there itself there is fall. Brahmana should not think like this. His face should always be towards satisfying Krishna. And because Sudāma was completely fulfilling those criteria, therefore he is not called Dvija, he is called Dvija Mukhya. Mukhya, best among, or the chief among Brahmanas. Sa Itham, Sa Hari, Sri Hari, Dvija Mukhyena Saha, with Sudāma, Samkathayan. He is having a lot of conversation. Samkathayan means Samyak Kathayan. He is discussing completely, nicely, fulfilling, satisfying conversations. And look how Krishna is being described. Look at the adjective used for Krishna. Sarva Bhuta Manobhijnaha. So the word Abhijnaha. Nya dhatu in Sanskrit means janati, to know. And Abhi means Abhitaha, completely. So Abhijna means he who knows completely. What does Krishna know completely? Sarva Bhuta Mana Abhijna. Krishna knows the intentions of all living beings at all times. Once I was reading one article written by one of the devotees, and he had written something very interesting which stuck with me since then. He wrote, Krishna can hear our intentions louder than people can hear our words. Because the article was on misunderstanding, miscommunication in Vaishnava relationships. And he was mentioning, when we are dealing with devotees, many times there's misunderstanding, there's lack of communication, or there's too much of communication, and there's misunderstanding, and it takes just circles after circles. Sometimes you try to sort and it just gets worse. So in that article he said, sometimes you have to let go some circumstances so that they're better. Knowing if your intention is right, Krishna is on your side. And he said, Krishna hears your intentions louder than devotees or people hear our words. So that, when I read that, it was quite interesting. So, Sarva Bhuta Mano Bhijnaha. So just like every class, we are carrying some keywords with us. Remember? What are some keywords we remember from previous classes? Madarthe ti dukkhita. Remember? Yesterday we were saying how Sandipani Muni is telling Krishna and Sudāma, Madarthe, for my sake, ati dukkhitaha. All of you, both of you went through so much struggle. And with what mood? Vishuddha bhavena. With selfless mind. Selfless intention. Similarly, we've had some other titles also in the previous classes. So for this class to start with Sarva Bhuta Mano Bhijnaha. Very nice name for Krishna. Imagine somebody getting initiated with this name. Sarva Bhuta Mano Bhijna Prabhu. Yeah, at the end he will be called Sarva Prabhu. Sarva Prabhu or Bhuta Prabhu, depending on how the devotee behaves. If he is behaving nicely, then Sarva Prabhu. If he misbehaves, then Bhuta Prabhu. Bhuta also means ghost. Sarva Bhuta Mano Bhijnaha. Why does Shukadeva Goswami say Krishna, the knower of all intentions? Because Smayamana. Krishna looks at Sudāma in the middle of the conversation. He's looking everywhere. He's looking at the torn dhoti, he's looking at the upper cloth, and he sees like little Chaturo Mushtin, Yachitva Chaturo Mushtin, 4 poundful of baked chipped rice, somehow tied here, Chaila Khandena, in a piece of cloth to the waist. And Krishna's looking. And Sarva Bhuta Mano Bhijnaha, he knows everything. He knows how Sudāma's wife sent him to get wealth, again selflessly so that she can serve him, and how he is coming with only one desire. Sudāma is bringing these 4 poundful of chipped rice for Krishna, but what is his desire behind coming to Krishna? Not to ask for wealth. Ayam hi paramo labha uttama shloka darshanam. Sudāma is thinking, my wife wants me to go and ask for wealth, and she says, if you're embarrassed asking for wealth, just go and stand there. Those who fan him, they will have some pity, and if they remove one of the earrings and give you, we can go on with 6 months with that wealth. So just stand there. But none of this is Sudama's actual intention. His intention is, Ayam hi paramo labha, uttama shloka darshanam. The greatest benefit in life is to stand in front of Krishna and have darshan. This is the greatest achievement. One time in South India, there was an Alvar who always lived undercover. He never wrote anything, never sang songs, never wrote any song or books. He lived very humbly, was not known at all. So he was standing in front of the Lord. He was standing in front of Mahavishnu, Ananta Padmanabha. So he was standing in front of him. And there's a tradition where the Utsava Murti, the small deity, Archa Vigraha of the Lord, it's taken on a palanquin around the whole city. So that palanquin was coming into the temple, main altar, so that the Archa Vigraha can be, the small Utsava Murti can be kept on the palanquin and the procession can go around. So they were making big announcements, the pujaris. Okay, everyone please give way now. The palanquin of the Lord is coming in. So those who were there, they were all looking and giving side. They were giving some space. But this great soul, he was physically there, but mentally he was just looking at the Lord with tears in his eyes. He was completely lost. Ayam hi paramo labha uttama shloka darshanam. Just looking at Bhagavan is the greatest fortune for the eyes. Can you imagine? Shri Surdas ji, he didn't have eyes. Shri Bilvamangal Thakur, he didn't have eyes. Can you imagine what they would have done with their eyes if they stood in front of Nilmadhav? They would have gulped Krishna down through their eyes. So much love. And we have those eyes. And it's only to drink the beauty of the Lord. We should be, when we stand there for darshan, we should be able to see even the texture of Radha Nilamadhav's skin. How he's shining even from here. Right? When you stand there, he's shining. His lotus feet are shining. You don't need to apply anything. They're like self-effulgent. And when you see, look at Srimati Radharani. So young, so beautiful, small face. She's Brajabhanu Nandini, Kishori of Barsanadham. Small girl, you can see. You can see Mother Sita Devi also. She's the queen of Ayodhya when you stand there. She's the coronated queen. But you look at Brajabhanu Nandini here. Oh, little. Choti si kishori mere angna mein dole re. Little Kirtidanandini, Vrishabhanandini. So standing in front of the Lord, Paramo Labha Uttama Shloka Darshanam. So this great Acharya, he was standing and praying to the Lord. This big announcement was being made, everybody in Tamil. Please get to this side, the palanquin is coming. So this sadhu, he did not hear anything because he's not in this world. The pujari the person who was carrying the palanquin, one of the pujaris, he got so mad at this sadhu, not knowing he's a sadhu. He thought because of pride that I will not listen to your instruction, this person in revolt or in a rebellion. It is only my karma. He said, I was praying to Krishna. I am coming and standing here in front of you. As I see you, do you also see me? If yes, please give me some hint. As soon as I thought like this, the coconut hit me, he said. So, my request is, don't ask Nilmadhav things. Nilmadhav is definitely watching everyone. We shouldn't have doubts. Otherwise, in the Sunday feast, coconuts will be flying in the temple. So the pujari said, no, it's not my fault. The Acharya said, it's not his fault, it's my karma. He said, no, you have to sit on the palanquin. He said, no, I cannot. This is my Thakurji's palanquin. How I can do that? Then they took him and showed him how the Archa Vigraha was actually still bleeding. And the Acharya said, if my sitting on the palanquin will make the Archa Vigraha, the Utsav Murti, stop to bleed, I will sit right now. And he sat. They took him on the palanquin procession around the city, came back, the Utsav Murti stopped to bleed. And before he became so heavy, 8 pujaris were not able to lift him. And now one pujari with 2 hands could lift him. Teaching everyone the greatest thing we can do. Krishna is watching. The greatest thing we can do is stand there. Uttama Shloka Darshanam. Like Sudāma. We should stand there. My dear Lord, I don't want anything from you. You have given me these eyes. Just like you take water from the Ganga and offer it back to the Ganga, I am taking these eyes from you and offering it back to you by glancing at you, my dear Lord. So in this mood, Sarva Bhuta Manobhijna Smayamana Uvachatam. The Lord understood the intention of Sudāma, that he has so much daridrya, so much poverty in his household. His wife wants him to come and ask for wealth, again not selfishly for herself, only so that with that wealth she could serve him. And he, after coming here, he has forgotten what to ask. He only wants to sit with me, talk to me, hold my hand, remember school days, and he's satisfied with it. Thinking all this, Smayamana. Sarva Bhuta Manobhijna Smayamana Uvachitam. The Lord who knows everything is looking at his devotee and smiling in amazement. How could you love me so much? Brahmanyo Brahmanam Krishno Bhagavan Prahasantriyam Premna Nirikshane Naiva Prekshan Khalu Satam Gati. What beautiful names for Krishna. Previously it said Sarva Bhuta Manobhijna. Now it is said Satam Gati. He who is the goal for the sadhus. Sat is the root word. Sat means Satya, Vaishnavas. And Satam means of such sincere, true-hearted devotees. Gatam, Satam, Gati. Krishna is the Gati. One time His Holiness Mahavishnu Goswami Maharaj, he was traveling in the train, and one passenger who was sitting in front of him, he said, Swamiji, aap ISKCON se hain? You are from ISKCON. So Mahavishnu Goswami Maharaj said, yes. So that they were in the train and this person was about to get down, this passenger. He said, I see so many of the ISKCON devotees doing book distribution. I have never taken any books. It seems like very philosophical to me. You are a sannyasi. I'm going to get down in 30 seconds in my station. Can you tell me the essence of your philosophy in 30 seconds? Mahavishnu Goswami Maharaj said, Krishna hamare gati, Krishna hamare pati, इनमें लगाओ मति और जागृत कराओ रति. Krishna hamare gati. Krishna is our goal. Krishna hamare pati. Krishna is our maintainer and our protector. Inme lagao mati. Put your mind into his lotus, at his lotus feet, or jagrit karao rati, and develop love for him. This is the essence. So Satam Gati. He is the Gati. In Shastra, Krishna is called, please repeat after me, very beautiful name. Hatari Gati Dayaka. Very nice name. Hatari Gati Dayaka. This is found in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, one of the names of Krishna. Hata means to kill. Ari means enemy. Not Hari, but Ari. Not with a H, but with a A. Sometimes while chanting we say Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. It should be Hare, because Hari is Lord and Ari means enemy. So if you chant without the H and we say Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, it actually means oh enemy Krishna, oh enemy Krishna, Krishna Krishna, oh enemy enemy, oh enemy Ram, oh enemy Ram, oh Ram Ram, oh enemy enemy. So whether Krishna or Ram, 8 times we have said enemy. So this is why even after chanting for so many years we don't develop taste. How can you develop taste? So Hata means to kill, Ari means enemy. So Hata Ari, by killing his enemies, Gati Dayaka. Dayaka means to give, Gati means destination. Krishna can give the highest destination even to his enemies by even killing them. In this world, we are not able to do good to others even while keeping them alive. And Krishna can do ultimate good to them even by killing them. Therefore, in Bhishma Stuti, the name for Krishna is Hataha Gataha Swarupam. Hataha, by killing them, Gataha, they receive Swarupam, their supreme Swarup. Krishna is so kind, even by killing. What to speak of Krishna killing? Krishna's devotee when kills Parthastra Padamapurasya Tathaiva Chanye Naraloka Veera Ya Ahave Krishna Mukharavindam Netre Tibantyo Nayanabhirama Parthastra Padamapurasya. When Arjuna would shoot arrows, it's described in the opposite camp. Partha is Arjuna. Astra, arrow. Partha Astra. When Arjuna shoots arrow, Partha Astra Puta. Puta means purity. Na means no. Puta, na means no purity. So Partha Astra Puta. When Arjuna shoots his arrow and it touches the chest of the Kauravas, he purifies them of all their anarthas and Padam Apurasya, and gives them elevation to Vaikuntha. So if Arjuna's arrows by killing can give destination to the enemies, you cannot imagine what Krishna's chakra can do. And then you can't imagine what Krishna's embrace to Sudāma can do. Unbelievable. So Satam Gati. Brahmanyaha. Brahmanam Krishno Bhagavan Prahasan Priyam. What did Krishna do? Bhagavan Krishna? Prahasan. Again here it said Krishna was smiling. He's smiling looking at Sudāma. And Premna Nirikshane Naiva. He's lovingly glancing. You see, when we come in front of Krishna, Krishna knows everything. There on the altar, he's looking at us and smiling because he knows why we have come. Chaturvidam bhajante mam jana sukruti norjuna artho jijnasurartharthi jnanicha bhartarshaya. Krishna knows why we have come. You'll see when in Mumbai, when it's examination time, more students come to the temple. After results, nobody comes. But during exam time, they will come. Or sometimes you can see some boys after graduation, no job, every Sunday feast, they'll come and sit in front of the deity. Then in that temple only, they will meet some businessman who's offering a job. After that, they will never come. So when they come in front of Krishna, Krishna knows why they're coming. Sometimes, jokingly we say this, that there are businessmen who go to Tirupati Balaji and they say, if I get 10 lakh profit, I'll give you 5 lakh. They are telling Balaji. Balaji is playing in crores and crores of dollars. He's saying, if I get 10 lakh rupees profit, I'll give you 5 lakh. So then the businessman made 5 lakh profit. So Balaji came and said, hey, what is this? You promised me. The businessman said, I said, if I get 10, I'll give you 5. You already kept 5 and you gave me 5. Why I should give you half of this? You already took your share and you're giving me 5 lakhs. Visa Balaji is another thing. Now there is Visa Hanuman also, you know that? There is Visa Hanuman. So all deities are starting to give American visa now. There is Visa Balaji, Visa Hanuman. So slowly you will find Visa Ram, Visa Krishna. All deities have started to give visa now. So people go. They have a lot of faith also. They say if you go to this Balaji, you will get American visa. If you go to this Hanumanji, then you will get visa. Similarly in Braj there is a saying, if you go and speak in the ear of Nandi in front of Shivji, your desires will be fulfilled. If you see Shivji, Linga, and you see Nandi, and if he has big ears open, then if you go and whisper your desires, they say Nandi will go and tell Shivji and it will be fulfilled. So people come to the temple with different desires. It's a colorful world. Sometimes you see people come in front of the deity. Why? Only to turn their back and take selfie. Have you seen? They take their phone and they're taking selfie of themselves with Krishna. So their purpose to come is not to see Krishna, it is to show others, look at me with the creator of the whole universe in one frame. It's amazing. Sometimes you do Giriraj Parikrama. There are people who have taken rocks of Govardhan and made a little house there. Like in the Parikrama Marg you can see, they will take 2 rocks, Giriraj rocks, and they'll keep as the base. Then they'll put one on the top, that's first floor. Then they will put another floor. And in this way with rocks they will make a structure. So what is their desire? They want to do Giriraj Parikrama with the desire, oh Girirajji, please give me a house. Really, this is a saying in Braj, that the bigger the rock structure you make of Govardhan, the bigger the house Giriraj gives you. By the way, please don't go and try this. The rates in Samamish are pretty high. This may be applicable. Giriraj may give you a house of that size in Braj. So be ready. The point is, Krishna, Premna Nirikshane Naiva, Smayamana, Sarva Bhuta Manobhijnaha, the Lord who knows everything, who sees and glances lovingly, he smiles at the devotee when the devotee comes because he knows everything. He knows in and out. So now, Prekshan Khalu Satam Gati. He wants to know what has this devotee got for me. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Kim Upayana Manitam Brahman me bhavata grihat Anvapyuparitam bhaktai Premna bhuryeva me bhavet Bhuryapya bhaktoparitam Name toshaya kalpate. So Krishna is asking, hey Sudāma, Kim upayana manitam? What gift have you got for me? From where? Grihat. From your home, what have you got? Interesting, because Krishna knows Sudāma has got from other homes. Yachitva chaturo mushtin, 4 palmfuls of chipped rice from other homes. He's saying, no, what have you got grihat from your home? So as soon as Krishna asks this, Sudāma went down. This will come, avan mukham. That Sudāma is always looking down in embarrassment because Krishna just fed Sudāma. If he can feed a guest so much, imagine what Krishna is eating and giving him broken, unpolished, completely crushed. Remember that big term that Jiva Goswami Pad gave in the commentary for those rice particles, chipped rice. So imagine giving that from the torn cloth on the waist. Sudāma decided, I'm not going to give Krishna anything. I'll just take this back. I will feed my wife and myself, we will eat this, but I can't give it. So Krishna says, Kim upayana manitam Brahman? Brahman, may for me, bhavata, from your grihat, what have you got? And Sudāma is thinking in his heart, what can I give him? So Krishna immediately says, Anu api uparitam bhaktaihi. With devotion, even if little is offered to me, premna bhuri eva me bhavet. Even if little quantity, but high quality of prem, I will accept it. No problem. On the other hand, bhuri api abhakta uparitam, even if lots is given to me by a devotee, a non-devotee, name toshaya kalpate. I don't like it. So definitely Krishna wants quality over quantity. And if we can give quality and quantity, that is the best. Very nice. Otherwise not. You can see at home, when those who have affection for us, let's say our mother or our spouse or our older sister, etc., when they cook with affection, sometimes the salt may be a little more or salt may be a little less, no problem. The intention is perfect. They are feeding on time, they want to see your nutrition, they want to see your health, and they're feeding. But on the other hand, you go to a restaurant, the taste will be top class, but the intention is low class. The waiter is standing there. Welcome, sir. Aiye, sir. Baithiye, sir. He will pull the chair for you. At home, nobody does it for us. We pull our own chair. But when you go to a restaurant, the waiter will say, Aiye, yes, please, welcome, please, sir. And you will see from the smile itself, he wants a tip. He doesn't love us. The first time you're meeting, how he can smile. Or you enter a restaurant, you enter an airplane, and you can see the air hostess. Good morning, sir. Well, it's the first time you're meeting. Because it's their profession, right? They get paid for it. Irrespective of whoever is coming, you have to do good customer service. So the waiter is also like that. The manager will come, Kya lenge, sir? What will you have? And he will give so much pause and so much respect. Prabhuji. Sorry, not Prabhuji. I'm not a waiter, so it doesn't come naturally to me. Maybe the waiter in Govindas. So, sir, आप क्या लेंगे आज? क्या है स्पेशल में? What is there? Soup है sir, और हमारे रेस्टोरेंट का favorite है आज. It's a big special dish जो बना है, and he'll give a big long list. Okay, I can take that. Sir, और क्या लाऊं मैं? Starters में क्या लाऊं आपके लिए? What can I get for you? Anything else, sir? अभी मैं आया. And he's always smiling. And sometimes you're waiting for the dish, and the manager will move around. You'll see all this. You can see through. It's all this fake smile. He's doing so much, but you know it's not out of affection. It doesn't even touch our heart. What to speak of touching Krishna's heart? On the other hand, at home, sometimes the salt may be up or down with respect to the quantity, but that's okay. The intention is what matters. It is good for our health. It is made by the hands of someone who loves us. Same for Krishna. Same for Krishna. Duryodhan may give a big chappan bhog, he doesn't want it. He's not hungry, and Duryodhan doesn't love him. There are only two reasons why you should eat somewhere. Either you're hungry, or you're convinced the other person loves you. But if this is not there, no point. On the other hand, you can see Vidurani is offering a banana peel, Shabri is offering a small fruit, the fruit vendor is offering a basket of fruits in Braj, Kolavecha Sridhar is offering banana leaves. Kolavecha Sridhar, look at this. His life, it's described. He just sold banana fruits and banana leaves. That's all. That was his profession on the banks of the Ganga. And he gave very reasonable pricing. And Nimai Pandit would go and argue for 3 hours every day. Why? That was his time pass. We scroll on our phone, we gossip. Nimai's time pass was go to Kolavecha Sridhar and trouble him for 3 hours. No intention to buy, but just keep arguing. How much for this? How much for that? Kolavecha Sridhar will say, this is the amount. So costly? Kolavecha Sridhar will say, I have no profit. 50% of this I use in the worship of Ganga. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will say, Ganga? You know who Ganga is? She became Ganga because she washed my feet when I came as Vamandev. Oh, Vishnu, 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 Vishnu. Kolavecha Sridhar is saying, oh. You want to take, you take it, but don't offend Ganga Devi like this. Nimai said, no, I will take it when the pricing is proper. What is the price for this? Kolavecha Sridhar will say, this is the price. But that person, he's selling for half the price. So what we do in India comes from parampara. Sometimes in India, you see, you go to a hawker, go to a thela wala, and he said, Kela, ye kitne ka? He'll say, whatever price. He's charging only half. But nowadays the hawkers have also upgraded their response. They'll say, Aap wahin se le lo. You buy from there, don't argue with me. But Kolavecha Sridhar would not be able to say that. He would say, no, that is fine, but this is the rate here. And I guarantee you, Nimai, you will not find a cheaper rate. And Nimai would say, okay, well, what about this? And this would go on for 3 hours, wasting his time, not buying anything, and every day like this. And in the Mahaprakash Leela, finally, when Kolavecha Sridhar was called, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, ask for it, Kolavecha Sridhar, ask for it, what do you want? Kolavecha Sridhar said, I don't want anything, my lord. You ask for it. I can give you the Ashtasiddhis. I can give you the Navanidhis. I can make you Indra. I can make you Brahma. You ask for it and I'll give you. Kolavecha Sridhar said, all of this is simply a disturbance, my lord. I don't want. This is just a disturbance. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, ask for it and I'll give you. I'll give you the richness of the whole world. I can make you very regal and loyal and royal. And Kolavecha Sridhar said, I don't want any of this, my lord. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, then what do you want? You have to take something from me. Kolavecha Sridhar said, if you want to give me something, my lord, promise me lifetime after lifetime, I will be a banana leaf seller on the banks of Ganga in Navadvip. And lifetime after lifetime, you as Nimai Pandit will come and argue for 3 hours every single day in my life. Apart from this, I don't want anything else. Whether it is the peel of banana of Vidurani or whether it is the banana leaf of Kolavecha Sridhar or basket of fruits of the fruit vendor, or Shabari's fruit, Krishna just wants our love. He doesn't want anything else. Name toshaya kalpate. He doesn't want anything else. This is all that they want. He doesn't want any fake offerings. Sometimes you see fake flowers. They could be used for altar decoration, but not on the Lord. Lord should always have fragrant, fresh flowers. Because higher than how does Krishna look in the eyes of the visitors is how does Krishna feel standing with those fake flowers. So intention matters. Perfect intention. And if the intention is right, Krishna is ready to accept. You can see the example of the story of Bahulashva and Shrutadev in the 10th canto. Yes, how many of us have heard of this story? Bahulashva and Shrutadev. Okay, so in the city of Mithila, as Krishna enters, Bahulashva is a great king and Shrutadev is a humble person. So they're both very happy that Krishna has entered their city. So they both go to invite Krishna to their home. Bahulashva is a big king. He says, Krishna, I will be very happy, Dwarkadesh, if you can come to my kingdom. And Shrutadev, in a very humble heart, he says, if you can come, I know you may not be able to come, but if you can come, I will be very grateful. What does Krishna do? Both are good devotees. One is very rich and one is poverty stricken, but both have good intention. So Krishna splits into two. And he goes to Bahulashwa's home. And when he goes to Bahulashwa's home, there are women dancing to welcome Krishna. Brahmanas are chanting mantras. There's like beautiful, wonderful decorations and aarti plates ready. Krishna's lotus feet is being washed. And fruits and vegetables, so many things. Cows are all welcoming Krishna. And Bahulashwa is keeping Krishna on his throne. And he's thinking, Krishna is so kind. He accepted my invitation. Between the two, he preferred me. And Shrutadev there is thinking, I am simply a poverty-stricken beggar. How can Krishna come to me? And from a distance, he sees Krishna's walking and coming. So now when Krishna is coming, Shrutadev has no women to dance for Krishna, no cows, no decoration, no brahmanas to chant mantras. So Shrutadev thinks, now what do I do? What do I do? So he starts offering obeisances. There's nothing else he can do. He offers obeisances as Krishna is coming. Then he remembers he has an upper cloth on his shoulder. So you've seen Madhav Chandra Prabhu dance in the kirtan? Yeah, that comes from Shrutadev in the Bhagavatam. So next time, our Madhav Chandra Prabhu is not here. He is in New York. But please tell him we remembered him. Jai Shri Shri Radha Nilamadhav ki Jai, Shri Shri Gaur Nitai ki Jai, Sita Ram Lakshman Bhakta Hanuman ki Jai, Lakshmi Nrsingadev ki Jai, Jagannath Baldev Subhadra Sudarshan ki Jai, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai, Gaur Premanande. So Shrutadev, he picks his upper cloth and he starts going like this. Now you may think, what does that mean? That's the only thing he has. So to welcome Krishna, he's offering obeisances and he does this and he's dancing, welcoming Krishna. And Krishna feels as happy with Shrutadev as happy he felt with Bahulashwa. Because quantity may be more there and quantity may be less here, but the intention, the quality is the same. Very important. Think another example. Think about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu giving Raghunath Das Goswami 2 gifts. What did he give? One small Govardhan Shila and one garland of Gunjaberry. Now if you see from an external perspective, a small rock and a little garland of berries, dried berries, it may have no meaning. Right? It may not have any meaning. But Raghunath Das Goswami understood, oh, this Giriraj, which has the thumb imprint of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, is Krishna, which means I should live at Govardhan. And this Gunjamala is Radharani, because Gunja has 3 colors, all 3 colors of Radharani's personality. It has a yellow color, that's golden complexion of Radha. Similarly, it has black color and red color. The black color of Shyam, the red color of Anurag for Shyam, on the golden complexion of Radha's personality. So those are the 3 colors of the Gunja berry. So Raghunath Das Goswami saw Gunja to be Radharani, Govardhan Shila to be Krishna, which means I must live at Govardhan on the banks of Radhakund. So that little gift seems, quantity-wise seems small, but it defined Raghunath Das Goswami's 50 years of residence on the banks of Radhakund. That little sign. So quality over quantity all the time. But if we can give more quantity, very good. So this is what Krishna is saying here. And then he chants, Patram pushpam phalam toyam Yo me bhaktya prayachati Tadaham bhakti uparitam Ashnami prayatatmanah. So Krishna says Ashnami. Ashdhatu means to eat. Actually means to chew and eat. Ashnami. I will eat, he's saying. I eat. In the Vartaman Kal, present tense, Ashnami. What do you eat, Krishna? He says Patram Ashnami. I eat leaves. Pushpam Ashnami. I eat flowers. Phalam Ashnami. I eat fruits. Toyam Ashnami. I eat water. So this is the proof that Krishna is Mahaprabhu. Because Mahaprabhu appears in Bengal and in Bangla, Jal Khabo. Jal Khabo. Correct? We don't say Pibo, we say Khabo. Which means I eat water, technically. So Krishna is preparing for Gaura avatar. So he's already memorized some Bengali here. So when he's talking about Toyam, he says Ashnami. My Guru Maharaj said this in the class. And when I heard, I was chuckling. I had to pause and chuckle. Because I never thought of Ashnami, Toyam Ashnami as Jal Khabo. And Krishna preparing for Gaura Līlā. So Krishna is saying, little leaf, little flower, little fruit and some water. If with devotion prayachati, then I will accept it. Srila Prabhupada would like to quote the 1972 example of the Mataji at Radha Damodar temple who would bring pots of water from the Jamuna to bathe Radha Damodar. And Prabhupada said, just for this one service consistently, this Mataji will go back home, back to Godhead. What did she do? She just took some pot, dipped it in the Jamuna, a pot full of water, and she would bring and bathe Radha Damodar. And that too, she wouldn't bathe, she would just give it to the Gosai. And the Goswamiji of Radha Damodar Parivar would bathe. It's because she did this every day, collecting water from the Jamuna for Radha Damodar. Prabhupada said, I observed her every day, consistent devotional service. Very simple. Very simple. Prabhupada would say, Bhakti means doing simple things strictly. Tagline for today. Bhakti means doing simple things strictly. You know you have to chant, you chant strictly. You know you have to read strictly. You know you have to follow rules, follow it strictly. No complacency there. So if you promise Krishna, I'll bring water, do it. But do it every day. In Vrindavan there is one temple. The parikrama parties go there to that temple. It's a small temple. There's not much there, just deity. But there, the parikrama party don't go to see the deity. They go to see the pujari. Why? Because that pujari, he was 8 years old when he came to Vrindavan, to his guru. And today he's 88. 80 years, one person, one guru, one seva. He's like the Brihad, the bigger version of our Shiva's Gauranga Prabhu. Shiva's Gauranga Prabhu maybe 12, 13 years? Yeah. This is Vaishnava, 80 years. Same GT, same place without leaving. He's cooking for Krishna, he's stringing garlands for Krishna, he's bathing Krishna, he's touching Krishna, waking him up, putting to sleep, singing for him. Nobody knows this pujari. He's not on social media, he doesn't take and he doesn't put reels of himself, he doesn't take pictures of himself. Absolutely nobody knows. But who has to know? He knows. So when the parikrama parties go, they say, we don't know much about the deity here, but please take darshan of the pujari. Because doing little things, but consistently, bhaktya prayachati, that gives so much benefit. Krishna says, Ashnami, I lovingly accept it if it is offered. Ityuktopi dvijastasmai Vridita pataye shriya Rituka prasritam rajan Na prayachat avan mukha. So look at this verse. Iti ukta abhi dvijaha tasmai vriditaha shriya pataye shriya Rituka Sritim Rajan na prayachat avan mukham. So even after Krishna asked, this Brahmana felt vridita. Vridita means very shy. Vridita, he felt very embarrassed in front of Pataye Shriya, means Shripati. On purpose, Shripati word has been used. It could have been Vridita, Madhusudana, same number of syllables. Vridita, Madhusudana, the words will be still okay. But the context here is not the killer of Madhu. The context here is Sudāma is thinking, I am just a Dvija. And what can I give him who is Shripati? So Shripati, Srinivas, all means the Lord of Lakshmi, goddess of fortune. So Sudāma is feeling, I cannot give him this flat rice, this puffed rice, Pratuka, Prasritim, I cannot give this. And na prayachat, I won't give him. I won't open this up, this Chaila Khanda. I won't open and give it. And instead, when Krishna is asking, tell me what you got from your home. Hey Sudāma, tell me. And Krishna's on purpose, he's looking at the waist. The Lord has Sarvato Panipadastat Sarvato Kshishiromukam. Krishna can see in all directions. So he's looking at the face also, and he's looking at Sudāma's waist also. ऐसे बात करते करते. So from your house, what have you got for me? Definitely you would have got something. Otherwise, how you can come and meet me? Definitely for friend, you I think would have got something, right, Sudāma? From your house especially, Sudāma is looking down. Avak mukha. He's looking down in embarrassment. What can I give? Krishna is very eager to eat that chipped rice. Very eager. Krishna is hungry. His heart is hungry. He wants to snatch it very soon. He will. Even if it is chipped rice, even if it is unpolished, even if it is broken, even if it is crushed, because it has been with Sudāma for such a long time through the travel, that's why he wants it. That's why he wants it. Murkho vadati vishnaya dhiro vadati vishnave ubhayostu samam punyam bhavagrahi janardhana. So in Sanskrit, Krishna, Chaturthi Vibhakti is Krishnaya, Govinda, Govindaya, Gopala, Gopalaya. Chaturthi becomes, right? Vasudeva Chaturthi is Vasudevaya, Damodar is Damodaraya. But now Vishnu ends in a U, so it cannot be Vishnaya. It becomes Vishnave Namaha. But if we don't know this, Murkho Vadati Vishnaya, Keshavaya, Narayana, Madhavaya, Govindaya, Vishnaya, we may. So the verse says, Murkho Vadati Vishnaya. Somebody who doesn't know will say Vishnaya. But somebody who knows, Dhiro Vadati Vishnave. But if both are chanting with affection, one is saying Vishnaya Namaha, one is saying Vishnave Namaha. Ubhayostu samam punyam bhavagrahi janardhana. Both get same credit. Because Krishna is looking at the mood, not the externals. If the chipped rice externally is unpolished, no problem. The mood inside is very tasty. Krishna is going hungry. When Prabhupada's disciples initially, Srila Prabhupada got them to India, and in front of Indian audience, especially in South India, where culture and pronunciation and heritage and all of this matters a lot. So Prabhupada got his disciples to South India and told them to speak in a public program. And his feminine disciples were quoting verses from Brahma Samhita. They were singing Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Vajami, but they had very heavy European and American accent. So those in South India who were sitting and listening, they were like... At the end, Prabhupada said, any questions? One South Indian Brahmana, he put his hand up. He said, Swamiji, pronunciation is not good. Prabhupada said, pronunciation may not be good, but the renunciation is first class. And the disciples say, when the South Indian person asked, we ourselves were trembling because we didn't know what to say, but Prabhupada, like a father, he stepped ahead, put his daughters behind and said, their pronunciation may not be perfect, but their renunciation is perfect. Prabhupada said, you may be able to pronounce better than them, but you can't live the life that they live. At another time, Prabhupada had a different response. In another place, another person said, Swamiji, their pronunciation is not good. Prabhupada said, why don't you come and teach them? He took it as a compliment. Then he said at the end of the program, Swamiji, how regularly should I come? Prabhupada said, see, they are little slow learners. So you have to come at least every day. And take their class, you teach them. So what time can I come? Prabhupada said, Mangalarti is at 4:30, you can come directly to the temple hall. So you attend full morning program, then we'll have Sanskrit class. So he wanted to teach Sanskrit, Prabhupada wanted to make him a devotee. So where is Prabhupada getting this quality of saragrahi, of taking the essence, fanning the spark from Krishna? The devotee is feeling embarrassed, what can I give? But Krishna is saying there's so much you can do. In South India, when the Brahmana mentally was sitting, and he said, I want to feed Krishna sweet rice. And he cooked sweet rice all in his mind. And he wanted to offer it to Krishna, Mahavishnu. And now he wanted to check how hot the preparation is. So mentally he put his finger into the pot. And in reality it got burnt. And Mahavishnu in Vaikuntha was chuckling. Lakshmi Devi was massaging and said, my dear Lord, what was funny suddenly? So Vishnu said, this Vaishnava is so innocent. In his mind he was cooking. And he wanted to check how hot or how cold. And in his mind he put his finger into that cooking pot. And the finger got burnt. That is the extent of his purity, dear Lakshmi. Now very soon I am sending Garuda to bring him back. So it doesn't matter who we are. Of course, if you are Alfred Ford, if you're Ambarish Prabhu, you can give millions of dollars to Prabhupada. The more Yatha Shakti, you can give more. But that's not a deterrent. We must understand. Vyadasya charanam dhruvasya chavayo vidya gajendrasya ka kubjaya kimu nama rupam adhikam kim tat sudhamno dhanam vamshako vidurasya yadava pater ugrasya kim paurusham bhaktya tushyati kevalam nacha gunaihi bhakti priyo madhava. In the Padyavali it is said, if Krishna is looking at our experience in bhakti, how did Dhruva and Prahlad get mercy? They were only 5 years old. If Krishna is going to look at our knowledge, how did Gajendra, an elephant, get Krishna's mercy? He didn't have a PhD. If Krishna, sometimes people say, oh, Krishna and his gopis. Some guy in the street will be walking with 2-3 girls, and people have loose tongue in the present generation. They'll say, oh, Kanhaiya is going with his gopis. If Krishna was so interested in women, Kubjaya kimu nama rupam adhikam, Kubja was hunchback. But Krishna accepted her service. And what did he do? Krishna was a chiropractor, by the way. He did some adjustments. He placed his lotus feet on Kubja's lotus feet, held her by the chin, and Sudāma was, Kubja was young. What happened to me? Well, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says Kubja is an incarnation of Mother Earth. And Jayatu Prithvi Bharanasho Mukunda. Prithvi was bent as Kubja by the weight of the unsaintly king. So Krishna placed his lotus feet on Kubja's feet, held her by the chin and adjusted to say, why fear when Krishna is here? I'm going to destroy all these demons and remove the burden on your back. Kubjaya kimu nama rupam adhikam. Kubja did not have physical beauty, but she had devotion. Krishna accepted. Kim tat sudhamno dhanam. If Krishna is looking for your wealth, how did Sudama get 2 chapters in the Bhagavatam? Can you believe this? One devotee getting 2 chapters in the Bhagavatam, that's a big thing. How much space did Ramchandra get in the Bhagavatam? 2 chapters. Canto 9, chapter 10 and 11 is Ramayana. So as much screen space, as much minutes on the stage Ramachandra got in the Bhagavatam, that's how much Sudama got. And Vamsha ko vidurasya yadava pate, if Krishna is looking only for Brahmanas, how did Vidura, who was a Dasi Putra in the Mahabharata, how did he get kripa? Bhaktya tushyati kevalam nacha gunai bhakti priyo madhava. Krishna only wants our heart. You can give money to this world, but give your heart to Krishna. We do exact opposite. We give our heart to this world and money to the Krishna. Money you can give to Krishna provided heart is there. But between the two, give your heart. Give your pocket to this world, they'll be very happy. Write inheritance to your children and family, oh, they will love you. And heart to Krishna. But we give exact opposite. We take our heart and give it to everybody else. Janani janak bandhu sutadara, tan dhana bhuvana suhrid parivara, sabki mamata tak batori, mamapad manahi band badi tori. Sri Ramachandra in Sri Ramcharitmanas, Goswami Tulsidas Ji writes. He says there are 10 relationships that we all get stuck with in this world. Janani. So I'll say the word, you tell me the translation. Janani, Janaka, Bandhu, Suta, Dara, Tana, Dhana, Bhuvana, Suhrit. So Bandhu means siblings and Suhrit means friends. Parivara. Janani, Janaka, Bandhu, Suta, Dara, Tana, Dhana, Bhuvana, Suhrit, Parivara. Sri Ramachandra says we are dealing with all of them and it's very difficult. All those relationships are like little tender thread. Tender thread. What does that mean? Maintaining it is very difficult. Just with some circumstance it will be cut. So therefore Ramachandra says, Sabki mamata tak batori, mamapad manahi band padi dori. Collect all these threads from all these relationships and make it into a big rope. And on one end, keep your heart. On the other hand, lotus feet of Ramachandra. And with this rope of affection, bind the two. Bind the two. Bhaktya tushyati kevalam nacha gunai. The world needs our money, Krishna needs our heart. That's all. Whatever sincerity, and nobody can say, I cannot love. We have the tendency to love. Prabhupada would say, when he would see people walk their dog, Prabhupada would say, look, there is natural, spontaneous desire to love that you're ready to bring a pet and love. Why not just offer that to Krishna? We all love our children, we love our spouse, we love our home, we love our car. Imagine a little scratch on the car, oh my God. If it's an old car that you buy, it's okay. But if you buy a brand new car and you see a scratch, so therefore, na prayachat avanmukha. Krishna wants Sudama's love. He wants the chip price. Sudama is thinking, it's a fight of two ends. The devotee wants to give first class to Krishna. Krishna wants to accept the devotee's heart. This is the fight of Sudama and Dwarkadish. This is the fight of Bharat and Ramachandra. Bharat wants to give it to Ram. Ram wants to give it to Bharat. Both are fighting. If you see, Vali and Sugriva are also fighting. But the fight is totally different. Vali wants it, Sugriva wants it. Vali wants it, Sugriva wants it. Both are fighting because they want it. And Ram and Bharat are also two brothers. They are also fighting. Ram is fighting, Bharat, no, you have it. Bharat is saying, no, you have it. That's what is happening here. Devotee doesn't want to give broken chipped rice to God. He wants to give first class. And Krishna wants anything that is imbued with love. So that tug of war is going on here. Sarva bhutatma drik sakshat tasya gamana karanam vijñāya chintayannāyam Shri Kamo ma bhajat pura. Next verse also, Patnya pativratāyastu Sakha priya chikirshaya Prapto mamasya dasyami Sampado martya durlabha. So let's explain both verses. Here Krishna is called Sarva Bhutatma Drik. Drik means to see, Drishti. Sarva Bhuta Atma Drik Sakshat. Krishna, again and again it said, Krishna who is the witness, he who sees, he who knows intentions. Tasya Agamana Karanam. Krishna knows why Sudama has come. He wants wealth but he will not ask. He only wants Krishna. Vijñāya, knowing this, Achintayat na ayam Shri Kamo ma abhajat pura. Krishna is thinking, he has never asked me anything. Absolutely never. Even now he is not asking. In the past also he has not asked. Therefore, Patnyaha Pativratāyastu Sakha Priya Chikirshaya. He has been sent by his wife. Therefore, to fulfill both of their desires, Prapto ma masya dasyami. Krishna is promising, now I will give Sudama something, Sampada amartya durlabha. Martya means human. Amartya means divine, devatas. Sampada means treasure. Dasyami, so dasyami doesn't mean I am a servant. Like dasya. Dhatu means to give. Like dadami. In future tense it becomes dasyami. I will give. I will give him sampada, that treasure which amartya durlabha. Even Indra, Chandra, Agni, Vayu, Varuna, they will hanker for. Even what they don't have, that treasure, Sudāma, I am going to give you. Krishna's mentally thinking. You have won over me with your selflessness. So here, in these two verses, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur writes a brilliant thing. He says there are two types of devotees. One who loves to live in poverty, like Jada Bharat. They will not want any opulence. Absolute no opulence. Jada Bharat, he was running away from opulence. You can see even in the life of Sant Tukaram Maharaj. You see the example of Shivaji Maharaj. He was the king. He came to Sant Tukaram's family. And to Sant Tukaram Maharaj's wife, Shivaji Maharaj gave opulence. He gave necklace, he gave earrings. And she was very happy. She said, oh, finally I see the reason why my husband is doing bhajan. This is the first time I have been proud of my husband's bhajan. He's chanting so much that he has impressed the king. The king is coming and giving opulence. Very good, you continue to chant. But when Tukaram Maharaj came, he immediately started removing the earrings from his wife's body and the necklace and he said, Chi, what are you doing? Krishna is testing us. Krishna is testing us. Tukaram Maharaj told his wife, when the child cries in the cradle, the mother will not go. She will just put some toys over the cradle. And if the child is now happy and pacified with the cradle, the mother will continue being in the kitchen. But if the child continues to cry beyond the toys, that's when the mother gives up the kitchen and goes to the child. Tukaram Maharaj said, Vitthal, Pandharinath is sending all these ornaments. They are like toys and we are like children in the cradle. Our bhajan is crying for him and he is tricking us by giving these toys. Now if you get pacified by this, he will not come. Give it back. Continue to chant and cry for the Lord. Tell him we don't want anything. So she was furious. What is this? Getting Lakshmi is difficult. Now Lakshmi is coming, we have accepted. Now you're telling me to return. This was the level of Sant Tukaram Maharaj. So Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says, first type of devotee loves poverty. Sudāma is in that category. And second class of devotee, they live in opulence and use all of that for Krishna. Please note, there is no third category where the devotee loves to live in opulence and use it for himself. That third category doesn't exist. Only two categories. One who is living in self-inflicted poverty, and second, those who live in opulence but doesn't matter. Padma Patra Vivam Bhasa. They live like a lotus flower in a muddy pool. They'll give everything to Krishna. Example of that is Ambarish Maharaj, Yudhishthir Maharaj, and so many great kings. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur writes, when Krishna senses some scent of attachment, in either or case, when a devotee loves Krishna, but he is gotten used to being attached to poverty, then on purpose Krishna will give him wealth to even remove that trace of attachment to self-afflicted poverty. And classic example is Sudāma. Sudāma was so used to living in poverty, he preferred it. So there was some tinge of attachment to that poverty life. Krishna said, I will give him so much wealth, he will lose all attachment, including attachment to his own poverty. On the other hand, there are devotees who have a lot of wealth and they are used to living in opulence. They give it for Krishna, but they are used to living in opulence. So there is some attachment to that opulence. So in that cases, Yasyaham anugrihnami harishe tad dhanam janaihi. Krishna takes away that opulence. Scary, huh? And the example of that is Bali Maharaj. Chakravarti Pad gives both these examples. Bali Maharaj, pure devotee, but used to living in opulence. Sudāma, pure devotee, used to living in poverty, but both had some attachment to their lives. So Krishna took from Bali and gave it to Sudāma. to accept both of them and free them from their attachment. So sometimes we can get attached to our own practice of bhakti. Like for example, if we get attached, tomorrow's Nirjala Ekadashi, so we're just introducing a little teaser there. I can't do this tomorrow. And I thought of Nirjala Ekadashi. Rasoham apsu kaunteya. Krishna says, I am the taste in water. So, if a devotee is fasting on Nirjala Ekadashi, or any Ekadashi for that matter, is fasting. There are some devotees who do Nirjala every Ekadashi also. I don't know how they do it, my obeisances to them. Imagine there's somebody fasting Nirjala on Ekadashi. And now if they start looking down at people who are eating fruits, they're used. Eating fruits on Ekadashi is not wrong. But if someone is attached to their practice of Nirjala Ekadashi, and they say, oh, he's eating fruits. Oh, look at him, he's drinking a smoothie. So what happens is, such a person's stomach is fasting, but his ego is feasting. And between the two, Krishna is only interested in the heart, not the stomach. So it is better for such a person, according to what's happening in this pastime, to drink little water and feast with water on the stomach, but fast from the ego of comparative analysis in the heart. Very important. So Sarva Bhutatma Driksaksha Tasya Agamana Karanam Vijnaya Achintayanayam Shri Kamo Ma Bhajet Pura Patnya Pativratayastu Sakha Priya Chikirshaya Prapto Mam Asya Dasyami Sampado Matya Durlabha. I will give him what even Devatas don't have. Just like children and parents. You see, children go to school every day, but they're not able to plan their career. But parents know. They're always saving money for the future. They're thinking, okay, for my daughter's wedding, I'm going to keep so much money. For my daughter's or son's education, I'm going to save so much money. Son's inclination, okay, he's more into this. I think in the future, he's going to be like this. Parents are planning for the kid. The kid is not planning. Similarly, Sudāma has no idea that Krishna is planning for him. I will give him that wealth. I'm going to give him that inheritance. Devanam api durlabham, which even Indra doesn't have. And therefore, Ittam vichintya vasanaj Chirabaddhan dvijanmana Swayam jahara kim idam Iti prutukatandulan. Ittam, in this way, vichintya, thinking, vasanat, from Sudama's Chailakhanda, from his garment, from his cloth, Chirabaddhan, Dvijanmanaha, what the Brahmana had ripped the cloth and tied in the waist. What did Krishna do? Swayam Jahara. Jahara means to snatch. He didn't tell anybody else to do it. Swayam. He himself put his hand, touched the cloth on the waist of Sudama. Ittam vichintya, you see now, Sudama, what I'm going to give you. For all times to come, the world will watch. Ittam, thinking like this, Vasana Chirabaddhan, that torn, ripped piece of cloth, Dvijanmanaha, of Sudama. Krishna Swayam Jahara, he snatched it, asking, give me them, what is this, what is this? Iti Prutuka Tandulan. He looked at that chipped rice. After snatching, Nanuetad upanitam me Parama prinanam sakhe Tarpayantyangam vishwam Ete prutukatandula. Looking at that chipped rice, Krishna immediately opened up that knot from that cloth. And he said, oh, this Yachitva Chaturo Mushtin, is this for me? You got this from your home for me? Nanu etad upanitam me? Is this that great gift you got for me, Krishna? Parama, Sudāma? Parama prinanam sakhe. Oh dear friend of mine. Not prinanam. Parama prinanam. Oh dearmost friend. Oh sakhe. Who has so much love. Nanu etad? Is this indeed me upanitam? This is my gift that you have got for me? Tarpayanti anga mam vishram ete pratako tandula. Looks at Sudāma and Krishna says, this chipped rice is now about to satisfy the whole world. Sudāma is looking, as we are all looking, because now this will happen tomorrow night on Ekadashi. Gaura Premanande! Grantra Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam ki! Srila Prabhupada ki! Jai Gaur Premanande!